Okay, now let's get into the value ladder and just a general overview of it as we go in step by step, piece by piece. I'm going to give you the exact same funnel ideas, setups, etc. to use inside of each of your funnels and the scripts that go along with it. But before that, I think that you really need to understand the importance of the value ladder. I've explained it a few other ways throughout these different lectures and modules, but the main idea is that I just want you to see that at the very bottom of this, right at the price scale, the bottom, that free survey, the exchange of information is extremely easy of a threshold to break through. For someone to give you their email address, which in today's day and age is kind of like a I would say passerby thing to do, in a sense that, okay, sure, here's my email, just give me whatever you got, send it over there, I'll check it out. Some people really check their email boxes and, are involved. Other people, I've seen them, they have like 1,000, 10,000, emails sitting inside that inbox. But the idea is that the threshold for almost everybody is about the same. Okay, sure. And getting to say yes to one thing up front as a salesman, that's what we are. Whether you see yourself as a true salesman or not, you are a marketer and you have to be kind of a follower of salesmanship. So getting to say yes to one thing up front is going to lead to other yeses down the road. See, even before you get that first yes, you really are getting small yeses, right? They usually click on an ad, they click on a link. That's that first yes. When you send off a solo ad, do a banner ad, do any of these different types of forms of marketing, they're saying yes to one thing. Then they land on that squeeze page and it's, hey, would you like to get this information for completely free? Just give us your email. Yes. Then you properly bridge that over, and we'll be talking about that, into the sales page, your front end. And that front end, again, is right here. That's that first dollar sign. And it's going to really open up the ability for someone to go, here's my credit card. I've passed that. Really the hardest threshold, I believe, is that first payment threshold. After that, then you're working more or less like a downhill. Just keep up the same momentum and you'll be good. It's an uphill battle though for the first purchase. So always keep that in mind. Everything that you're doing is just to really get that first purchase in, and then a lot of the stuff in the later back end, like I talk about after this line, you're going to probably put paid advertising in here, and right here is where you're finally going to break even. So with that being said, again, your front end is going to be something where they finally pull out their credit card, they trust you just enough to say yes. Usually I like to have what I call OTOs, one-time offers, and I usually have between 2 and 3. And we'll get a little bit more into this, and again, I'll be diving in and showing you the exact ideas behind it. But some of your continuity, it's going to basically start around the same time, either here or here, after someone's made their first purchase. For me personally, I teach that you should do it right at this critical point here, and then they can either purchase this or this. And this, of course, is your middle, and this being your continuity, right? So whenever they come through, they make that first initial purchase, hold out their credit card, trust you enough, you have really established that first procedure of the value ladder, which is, it's a low threshold, usually something, and I'll get into the different price points and we'll go into that way in depth, but usually between a specific price point that's really easy to say yes to. And then you go up and you're going to start adding them to a different email list, segmenting them, moving them and saying, hey, I know that you purchased this over here. I want to thank you for that. Now, just simply, if you would like to 2x or 3x your income or whatever the success is that you're buying this course for, get this next product and it's going to do just that. So again, these are higher upsells. As you can see, it's more than double the price even of these, but we'll get to the, like I said, price ranges from here. Then, like I talked about, you guys have probably, this is the one thing that's probably shot through your ears, is a 12 to 100K program. And no, Is everyone going to say yes to this that says yes to this? No, they're not. But that's the idea of a funnel, right? At some point, that's terrible drawing, but at some point, it's going to start getting smaller and smaller, right? And where that place bottlenecks in, that's where you're increasing that price point. You're increasing that price point, right? So it's not that everyone's going to say yes to it, it's that a portion of your audience will say yes to it. And that's the thing to keep in mind. And when you do that, you can really have a bigger picture for your business and not feel overwhelmed by just this front end, not being able to make money here. You're probably not going to make money here. When you live with that fact, it's way easier to go forward, purchase paid advertising, have some people that make purchases, and then, like I said, maybe you break even here. Heck, maybe you break even here. Who cares? Because this is what a business is about. From here to here. All right? If you're not focused on that, then you're focused basically on what's going to eventually be failure. Because people that focus on this front end right here, they don't make a lot of money. And if they do make a lot of money, it comes really hard with a lot of work. And that's not what we're about. We're about working half as much and making 4 times as much money. It's a mindset change. And when you have that mindset change, you work smarter, not harder, which is all that our future is about, especially as the human race on this planet. We need to work smarter. It's not about using our brains, it's about using our minds. And you don't have to be hyper intelligent, you just have to be able to think, period. And I think that we all have that ability. So when I start going through these different steps, I'm just going to ask you to place inside whatever your niche or industry is. If you want to funnel hack and success hack me, go ahead. If you want to affiliate me, cool. I'll be covering a few different steps and going through a few different ideas in each of these steps. So let's, with that being said, jump right into the bait.